Hi guys, hope everyone's doing all right. This project today is going to be an Italian Carcano. These guns are famous for one thing, and supposedly the exact model weapon that killed Kennedy. Knowing the history of these guns, it's not I would have a hard time believing that because these guns are junk. A lot of these guns were defective right out of the factory, and it was just they're just a mess. One good thing about these guns that I was told by a gunsmith, he said the steel on them is really good quality, and I've already began some cleanup on this barrel, and it does look nice. This gun had probably been submerged about, I would say, 8 months to a year, maybe. Yeah, that's just my guesstimate. I'm actually on the first throw, this is what I pulled up. Some of this thinner metal, as you can see, has been pitted pretty bad. But what I intend to do is take this and put this gun back together and keep it as a wall hanger. This is the stock that came off of it. It's a whole lot lighter than what it was. I've drained a lot of the water out of it. I'm going to try to save this stock. I hope it's not bowed on me. And if I'm able to save the stock, which is fine. What I'm thinking about doing is, sanding this down and get it as smooth as I can. And go over it with some varnish or some stain, or something like that. But like I said, it's just a wall hanger. What we're going to finish doing today is getting this barrel clean. I was thinking about removing this sight, but since it's going to be a wall hanger and it's not really, I'm not going to shoot this gun or whatever, attempt to shoot this gun. Since I'm not going to shoot it, or it's not going to be a functioning firearm, I'm going to leave the sight on there and just get around it with the brass brush, and also with the trigger mechanism here. You can see it's I've already been doing some work on it. So let's go ahead and start the process. When you're working with firearms, you definitely want to use a brass brush, because the brass brush will not scar it or scratch it. It doesn't remove the metal. Try to get as close as I can to the sight with the big brush here. Gotta be careful because this thing will kick back on you. There's still significant pitting right in here. And the barrel looks really good. Someone had actually spray painted the barrel, so that's probably why the barrel was as good as it was. The bolt came out pretty good. We're going to take down the bolt, clean the inside of it. Now, this is not the proper way that you clean the chamber out. This is the way according to me, but it does a real good job. Yeah. On the sight here. Now you could do this with a Dremel tool if you wanted to. Now for those who's real meticulous and everything, which, if you can't tell already, I'm not. You can use a Dremel tool, and that gets the places better. We're just going to cold blue this thing, so it's not going to be, you know, we're not trying to we're not trying to make it look like factory. And this is part of the trigger mechanism here. It had a pretty good deal of rust on it. A lot of people swear by evaporust and stuff like that, which is good stuff. But I use a mixture of citric acid and baking soda. I find that to be about the best I've ever used before. You can pick up citric acid off Amazon for like $9, and it's food grade GMO stuff. So you know, all of it's the same, so it'll work. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, places here like the sight and stuff, this is something else you'd want to take the little brush to here. Like I said, some people prefer Dremels, you know, on these parts. I can still see some pitting in this barrel here, and you're not going to get rid of that pitting with the brush. You're just not. It's just not going to happen. This is clamped on, so we won't take the head off. And what we're going to do is a cold blue, and it's basically this stuff right here. This is what I use, 4440, and what it will do is will heat the barrel up, and I will probably use this right here to heat the barrel up, maybe 100 degrees or so, and just kind of pull it across the barrel. Of course, I'll show you how to do this when we do it, but we'll do that, and then we'll start from up here, and we'll start bluing the barrel first and stuff. Once we get all this in here clean and everything. Now, this thing's got to be super clean and free of grease when we do this. So I use non-chlorinated brake clean, because if you use the chlorinated, for some reason it overlap on the barrel and the blue. I don't know why it does that, but it does. But this is part one, guys. There was no way I could save this gun here. I mean, it's way too far gone. I can't even begin to tell you how long it probably had been in there. I do know it's a shotgun. It looks like maybe a Stevens single shot, because there's just the barrel release there. But I fished that out my first trip magnet fishing, as a matter of fact. And I think this is a Stevens. If anybody knows what it is, comment. It's I'm giving you a slow pan of it right now, and it looks like may have been a 20 gauge. But that's it. And the stock is down there somewhere, because the stock came off when I was pulling it up. So, all right, guys, that's all for me today. You guys have a good one, and we'll look forward to getting this thing blued and out of here. Have a good one.